I'd like to show you how to use the Poinsettia stencil from our new Patchwork Cutter stencil range. So for the stencil we need to make some stencil paste. Now this can be equal quantities of sugar paste and flour paste mixed together. Knead well and place in a plastic bag and leave it for half an hour, a short while, just to firm up a little. Or you can use half a pound of sugar paste, and into that you need a teaspoon of gum tragacanth. Again, store it in a plastic bag and leave it for half an hour just to firm up a little before you use it. You will also need some dust colours, and I have gold, brown, red and 3 shades of green. We will be rolling out on vegetable shortening. And you will also need paint brushes. I tend to use number 6 paint brushes, but do have a couple of number 3 just for the smaller areas. And of course you're going to need your stencil and cutter. So in the pack, there's the cutter, and inside the envelope you have the stencil. I'll just put the cutter to one side. Make certain the number of the stencil is the correct way up, and then you know that it is going to match the cutter. So we'll take a little shortening and rub that onto the board. A small piece of paste. Just knead it. And then roll out the paste. It's important not to lift the paste from the board when you're rolling out, and the paste must be thin. And obviously large enough for the stencil. Now to begin with, you place the cutter on and then use a small knife just to remove some of the paste. This is keeping the spare paste clean. So place that back in the bag and then place the cutter to one side. We'll be using that later. A small amount of the vegetable shortening on top of the paste. Now this will hold the stencil secure so the colour can't travel underneath the stencil, and it will also hold the colour in place. So make sure you don't have too much on there. Then take the stencil and press firmly so you have a good contact between the stencil and the paste. So I'm going to begin with the dark green for the holly. Brush this on, and this is very important. The colour covers the whole of that area. Don't just do the centre part. It must go right up to the edge of the pattern. And also work the colour in. Don't have lots of loose colour on there. Now I'm going to go to the ivy at the opposite end, and I'm using the lighter green on this. And again, work the colour into the leaf, and I'm going for a slightly darker shade at the base of each of the sections of the leaf. Now change colour, and I'm going for brown. So I'm just going to brush over the little curly stems at the end of the stencil. Not too much colour on there, but really work it into that little section, and there's another one here. I'm going to put a little on the centre of the flower. Change to the gold and brush over the little circles there. And there's 3 here. Again, a nice outline is needed on those. And then the red. Still using dry colour, and keep the dust under control. Just don't have lots and lots of loose colour on there. Just work that in. Nearly there. Now if you wish to add a darker shade to this at the base of each of the bracts, these are bracts, then add a touch of brown to the red and brush a little of the darker shade around the edge, each of the bracts. Now on every stencil there are 3 holes, and on this one there's one there, there and there. So make that the holes with the cocktail stick. Just make sure you haven't any loose colour on there. Lift the stencil and peel it away from the paste. Now, taking the cutter, there are 3 points on the cutters. There's one there, and one there. And they will match up with the holes that have been marked. So place the cutter into position, line the holes with the pegs, and then press firmly around the outside edge. Do make sure that you don't touch the colour at all. You don't want to smudge that colour. So press firmly all the way around the cutter, and then remove, peel the paste away, and there you have your stencil ready to put onto your cake. We do have edible sparkles here, and that can be either now or once it's in situ on the cake. You can sprinkle with a little bit of the magic sparkles. So here's the finished cake, and on this I have also added the Noel from the Christmas greetings and the middle size from our snowflake set. But the 4 poinsettia stencils have been placed on top on the board as a board decoration.